Blessings and salutations, family. Today I want to revisit my backyard. In my previous video, I did show us and share with us two plants that I found growing in my backyard. One was the elderberry and the other was the wild yam. Well, today I am showing you the elderberry first, and I have a special one to show you in addition to the wild yam later on. Now, as you can see, the elderberry is now fruiting. It's now fruiting. As you can see, there are fruits on it. And as a matter of fact, there is one here that started to ripe. Absolutely marvelous. You see, brethren, when God places man on earth, He told man that the herbs are here for food and for medicine. And to many of us, it is so simple, it cannot be true. Herbs for food and medicine. We can't believe it because God is so simple. And it is too simple to be true. Just like when He said to the man from Syria, go wash in the Jordan River. That was too simple, too easy. God could never be serious. But yes, He was serious. And if you obey, then you will see the reward. And it's the same thing with the plants. When God said plants for food and medicine, it is as simple as that. And if we obey Him, then we are going to reap the reward. So yes, the elderberry, the berries indeed, principal mineral is iron. Iron indeed, because the berries contains iron fluorine. It also contains potassium. It also contains zinc, and it also contains oxygen. And these are minerals that makes the herb or the fruit or the berries highly anti-inflammatory. It fights against inflammation in the body wherever it is found. And also you might know that the berries are used in many cough syrup as an anti-inflammatory agent, antioxidant agent, right? But the fruit is different. The fruit principal, sorry, not the fruit, but the flowers. The flowers' principal mineral is actually potassium. Potassium. And this is also a very highly anti-inflammatory mineral. But not only potassium, it also contains silicon. It also contains selenium, among other principal minerals. And this makes it extremely useful and beneficial for cough and for flus and so on. As a matter of fact, Dr. Edward Shook, speaking of the flowers, said that it is the most versatile and effective herb in the treatment of diseases. Why? Because the flowers is high in potassium, which makes it also highly anti-inflammatory, thus helping to reduce fever and improve circulation. So the elderberry is very versatile in many ways, not just the berry, but also the flowers, and also the leaves can be used as medicine. And then from the elderberry, we can now turn our attention to the wild yam. And yes, family, the wild yam. We spoke about that one the last time. And at that time, they weren't so pretty and green and lush. And as you can see, they are just pretty. They are just absolutely beautiful. Look at them. Let's look at them. Wild yam. And they are growing as the name suggests, wild in the backyard. And if you notice that they are growing just as nature intended. There is no fertilizer, no chemical, nothing at all, not even cleaning the area where they are growing. And this is how nature operates because the soil itself contains all the minerals and benefits that the plant itself need to thrive and to survive. Just look at them. William contains iron, magnesium, potassium, selenium, silicon, etc. And according to Dr. Jethro Kloss, he says that William combined with ginger is a great help in preventing miscarriages. It relaxes the muscle, soothes and relaxes the nerves, and relieves pain. It is a great help for the uterus and the entire reproductive system. Is used for hormone imbalances. Yes, those are women who are having hormone problems, for nausea, for cramps, and general pain relief during pregnancy. It's a powerful blood cleanser, of course, and a purifier and a tonic. This is the William, growing as nature intended. And many of us would never know that this herb is so powerful. It has so many benefits. And what happens is that there are many seeds growing here because when fall comes around, the seeds fall off the plant. And let me show you at least two of them here, what they look like, some of them. So these are the seeds. These are what the seeds look like. And they fall to the ground. And then wherever they fall, they stay right there and they grow. For instance, this one is growing right where it falls, right? And this one over here is growing right where it falls. William. So this is so versatile a herb that nature is in harmony with the soil and with the plants indeed. This is how nature operates. Nature always operates according to a law. It is a law. And nature will not violate her laws. The third one here that I told you about, I did not discuss in the last one. This is the absolutely beautiful Lantana Camara. And just look at it. Only God could have done something like this. Look at the flowers. How beautiful they are. Look at it. And many people use it for gardening purposes to beautify their garden and things like that. But there is powerful and immense benefit in this plant. Back in the country days, we used to eat the fruit from it. The fruit, when it is ripe, is like a dark bluish color. And we used to eat it because we used to learn that whatever birds eat, whatever you see the birds feeding on, human can also partake of it. And this is coming from our old folks. And we did eat them. Nowadays, I'm hearing that it is poison, highly poisonous. So I don't know about it because I am here now at almost 70-year old and still surviving, still going on. Wasn't poisoned by it. So much for science, falsely so-called. They can talk, right? So what the benefits of this plant, the Lantana Camara, potassium, silicon, selenium, magnesium. And he said that this is highly anti-inflammatory. It fights infection in the immune and respiratory systems. These are traditional uses in the country areas. Highly effective against cough and asthma and bronchitis and the flu, and used to improve memory or eliminate brain fog. So there you have it. If you have a child who is struggling in school, not learning well, dropping back, can't remember things, or even older folks, this plant is one of the go-to plants to improve and to bring back memory to the brain. And in addition to that, it is said that this plant working with ginger works well in helping to improve memory. Along with this one here also, I'm trying to grow this one. This is one of the plants that I am trying to grow. It is not growing wild. I planted this one. It is called a rosemary. Rosemary have similar health benefits to the Lantana Camara. And if you notice that the rosemary is struggling, it is struggling to grow, always looking good. But it's nowhere compared to the ones that are growing wild. And that tells you about how nature operates. Look at Lantana. I didn't plant it, it just grew up just like that, and look at it. Absolutely magnificent. Growing by itself. And the wild yam, same thing. Look at it. Look at it. Look around it. Bush and everything same way, but it stands out. Why? Because the principal mineral that the wild yam is looking for is right there. The principal mineral that the elderberry is looking for is right there. And like we always say that wherever you plant, you see a certain plant growing vibrantly and beautiful and in lush beauty and everything, it means that the mineral, the principal mineral that the plant uses is in abundance there. For instance, wherever you see the burdock root growing, lush and pretty and everything, it means that iron is a predominant mineral there. Wherever you see the sarsaparilla root growing, beautiful and lush and everything, it means that iron is a predominant mineral. It's there, and also oxygen, right? And potassium, of course. And wherever you see the lily of the valley growing, it means that iron is dominant along with potassium. Why? Because the lily of the valley is one of few plants that have both iron and potassium as its primary mineral. So wherever you see that, you know that the lily of the valley, wherever you see it growing, it means that iron and potassium is the predominant mineral there. So family, there you have it. There you have it. What is growing in my backyard? Of course, it's the elderberry, it's the wild yam, it's the Lantana Camara. So remember to like and to share and to subscribe to these videos that we might continue to grow it. And this is not about me, this is about us, because we're a family here, and whatsoever I see, whatsoever I hear, whatsoever I learn, I am going to share it with us. This is how we roll here. So see you in my next video. Blessings and salutations.